This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Almost lunchtime. No one here. What does it mean it's been here for an hour? When does it start? Oh, someone is playing there. That's freaking solitaire. I can interact. You can turn it off. Can't turn it back on though. Something has fallen. Okay. Username access. Are you serious? What happened to the password sheet? I'm gonna leave that on just in case. Can I open this? This? You really want me to follow this road, don't you? Okay. I hate Monday. Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
You locked the door behind me. Why? Who is doing that? Wait, is the narrator alive or something? Like what? Why? Left or right? Left, do what the dude is telling me. Right. Well, he wants us to go to the meeting room. The meeting room is left. Didn't tell me what was to do.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Okay, so you're letting me make choices, but then you're freaking closing the door behind me. I'm just curious. Can't blame me for that, can you? It's been a struggle or something. I don't know. Everything is locked. Oh, blue.
Ah, yes. Truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
What? Piss off! I'm allowed to be curious.
Yes. Really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating.
Everything is closed. I can't go anywhere. Oh, that will lead me to the meeting room. Okay, but that leads towards the left. Okay, I'm gonna follow your instruction this one time, dude, okay?
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
You can't Oh, come on. Ready? Yes. Uh-oh.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track.
You always close the stuff behind me. I can never backtrack. We'll commit to our decision to go.
Oh, no.
Hey!
No, it's to the right. My mistake.
Okay. You're the one with the map. Pay attention.
No, not the right.
Dude.
Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh, dear. Would you hold on for a minute?
You have a map. Read it.
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep. Okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
You need to get your shit together, man. You have all the maps. So just look at it and point. Especially if you're gonna be this kind of, like, strict with closing the doors behind me. You at least be sure before you're telling me direction. Can I trust you? Huh? Yeah, and you're up here from voice in the sky or whatever. Let's just lead. Oh, wait. Can't I just get into the car and drive away? Ew. Wait, this is not towards the meeting room, is it? What the?
No, 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 no. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
No! I was still looking! There was people fired and something blue. Oh, you bastard. Seriously? Seriously, man? Bye. Oi, oopsie. Fine. This once.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? No. Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. No. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere.
Why is there so many doors?
It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
What? We're 2 steps in and you managed to lose track of where we are. Wait, can I go through these? No. Okay, let's go here then. No, it's a labyrinth. I'm standing still.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
No, it should be
I found it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this.
No,
let's give it a shot.
It should be this way. It should be... No! Oh, you are starting to get on my nerves. Okay, got it. I got it. Just don't mess up the room again.
Okay, yep.
Dude.
It's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
None of the doors are open.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
Rufus, I'm just gonna call you Rufus if you don't mind. You are confusing me. What is this?
No, wait. Never mind.
Rufus?
Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Rufus, you're testing my patience. What? Is this your first day on the job? Because you're definitely messing shit up here.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
What's you on about, Rufus?
Oh, no, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
Oh,
okay?
Rufus.
I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Come on! Okay. Oh, have you added some help for yourself? Adventure line. Okay. It is your first day on the job.
All right. I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable adventure line. Just follow the line. Okay. How simple is that?
Okay. Oh, it's open now. No wonder it didn't work last time then if you forgot to open the doors. Wait, there's a B in that. 2B6. Should be 3 or 3-6. Why is it B's instead of 3's now?
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
What's the question mark?
Here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, really? Is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, Are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me.
Okay.
Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang
You're
on.
getting a bit deep
That
now.
got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
What? Turn it on! Stop it! Turn it down! Let's make it stop!
Cut the music, go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
You are trolling me. You're actually trolling. Also, who was the drunk person? The drunk idiot who painted this line? Are you drinking at a job? You know you shouldn't do that, right? Like, it's your first day, obviously. Your painting is drunk and you're messing up the rooms.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Should do to you. You're the narrator. Put me in the right direction. Hey.
Oh, no, not
you.
again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
No, it was 47... what's my number? 427. 427. Let's go.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Are you agreeing with yourself? Is this what you want, Rufus? Are you sure this time? Oh, such a pain in the ass.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be?
Rufus?
Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Rufus, we're going in a circle. I'm a hamster in the wheel. Oh, no, never mind.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms.
You
Just
made
don't
the
acknowledge
line.
it. We should be fine.
You made the line. And obviously, you were on something when you made it. Rufus, do you have a problem? Do you need help? No, we could always get you into a AA meeting. How do you even paint up there? No, if you have a problem, it's okay to admit it, you know.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know
No,
that
I'm
each
not doing
door
that.
has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley. Our destiny awaits.
Rufus, I'm getting worried. What are you on? Do you need some mental help? A hospital, perhaps? No way I'm walking in a circle for you. I'm not a freaking hamster.
Hold up, what's this?
What?
The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all
Wait,
determined?
we
So
die?
now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what?
No.
Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing. Wall.
Wait, how far in are we?
Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
Let's just end it.
And the timer stopped?
What?
Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually.
Oh, do you mean we're still
Well,
on
in
the
the
journey?
meantime,
What? That was loud. That was really loud. And also... Okay.
all of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
There we go again. Rufus, are you okay this time? You okay, Rufus?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yeah, okay.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Snowflake. Okay. Number of slides. Charts and slides and slides.
Stanley just stood there doing nothing at all. He seems to think I have nothing better to do with my time than to sit around and describe every fascinating little detail of his inability to do anything. This is why Stanley and I are on such good terms.
Hey! Stop with the attitude. Like, what? What do people want? Things. Wait, did you scratch out happiness? Mike James, you are fired. Wow. Money. More money. Things. But with money to buy more things. Graphs. Graphs about things and money. We have a new product. Graphs about things and money. But that's like most of the like finance stuff on YouTube. Graphs about things and money. Profits, 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 profits. Target demographic teenager. The stock market is somewhere here. Okay, this is actually... I need to take my time to read these. These are amazing. Okay. I like the stuff here. It's very corporate. Yeah. Broom closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Yeah, but wasn't we supposed to get someone out of the broom closet? Well, Chris! Chris! Chris, are you here? I don't see anyone in the broom closet.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow. Just an empty broom closet.
Fine.
No reason
fine.
to still be here.
Yeah.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Why do you want to do that though? It's very red here. Hey! Car, we can get out
But
of here.
Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real.
Am I dreaming?
At last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh, okay.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and
What?
it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just...
Dude.
He would prove it.
Rufus!
He would prove that he was in
Chill.
control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Rufus.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Rufus.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
I died? No! I'm so done with this loop. The time is standing still. I always get placed back. I freaking died.
Hi, Stanley. Just wanted to leave you a message to let you know there's a few things I need you to pick up on your way home from work today. We need milk, cereal, dish soap, spaghetti, get a thing of sugar, some bread, and coffee beans, whichever ones you like. I'll give you a call if there's anything I forgot. Thanks, sweetie. See you tonight.
Okay, honey. Sure. I will pick it up if I can get out of here. I have someone waiting for me. Let me just pick up the milk and go home.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Rufus! Let me out. Let me out.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Rufus, let me out. Why is there no... Oh, of course. There's no secretary because there's no people. You're gonna get me fired.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Oh. Oh. Something up there. Going in the elevator. Oh, mind the gap. Okay. We're going down. I'm so confused, Rufus.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Okay, that broke. Rufus, you're taking me through...
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I was just about to say that you're taking me through an existential crisis. I'm starting to question life itself. Ooh. Now, escape. I could try to escape. But that might be because they suggesting it and want me to go to escape, which will not be an escape. But then if I go into the mind control room, I'm like the lamb to the slaughter. This is a lose-lose situation, because no one would mark escape with escape. If light is on, called... The light is on! Let's escape. Yeah,
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Oh, wait. Are you saying that to not make me go there? Are you my friend? Are you on my side or not? I don't think you are. I am going to safety.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
I don't know if I trust you.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
I don't trust you. I can't see. Is it a shaft? Does it go far down? We're already dead, so let's go. Okay. Yeah, that was too long. I did hit the ground there. Wait. I'm not dead.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, it reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was a...
You could educate me, you know?
...the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
No! Okay.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
What? But I didn't! I'm here! Rufus, where are you? Who's the lady? Rufus? Rufus?
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Give me back Rufus. Give me back Rufus. Rufus?
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
This blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. Yeah, I recognize this. Order. The pacing of this opening section. The set of 2 open doors was the very first concrete office. 1, 2, 3. A section of sound instrument. But where's Rufus? Is this the end for me? Will I never hear of Rufus again? Office clock. Yeah, which is always at the same time. Post office. Okay.
Well, try the other one then.
Are you here? Rufus? Rufus?
Where were all of his co-workers?
Rufus!
Oh, I don't know. How about they're throwing a surprise party for him for all his button pushing? Does that sound plausible to you?
Rufus! Are you dead? Are you dead too? Will you follow me?
Spend the next hour trying to solve it. Here, I'm just going to make this easy.
I'll miss you. We had a good journey together. That's something I will always cherish. You were a good narrator, Rufus. Countdown. Countdown ending. That's the exit. I want to see some more. It's like a museum. The Zending. The early version of the ending known as Zending, which would eventually cut and merge in part of the game. Okay. Zending layers. Levers. I think this is it. Wait, 31. That was counting. Yep. Where's the... Okay, I might be oh so slightly lost. Yeah, here. Exit. Farewell, Rufus.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Yeah. I want to see Rufus. Farewell.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time...
Well, I think I've learned a lesson. I'm not very good at doing as I'm told. Are you gonna keep me here in this black screen? She said it was the only way. Bye.